There
I'm
you
here. I'm
go.
waiting
I
for you to
see
ask me.
you. All right, please take it up from where we stopped, okay? So when she
Yeah.
started taking two-part instructions,
So
then she started
basically, when she
school.
started, we started on it, and 3 months later, she could follow two-part instructions. When her words came at 5, it was really clear, and she was very coherent, and she was coordinating. So I started seeing coordination from like the second month. So that's what made me know that this thing is actually working. Then she was beginning to sleep through the night, which wasn't, we didn't have that. She began to follow two-part instructions. 1 year after, we're out of the spectrum, which is not typical. But I guess it's because of all the other things I, did. Sugar, our household became organic from starting from her health crisis and all. What is it?
Guys,
Okay.
yeah, so this is the kind of business I'm into.
So
Our kids are part of our business.
yes.
To show you that there's some work, some jobs you'll be doing. When they see your kids, they will want to fire you. I remember when I was in Nigeria, I lost a job. In fact, I didn't gain the job in the first place. I got hired, and they found out I was pregnant, and they took away that job. I was pregnant for my son, Udo. So that's why I gave him the name of the company. The company's name is UAC. So if you check the initials of my son, Udo, it's UAC, to remind me of a job that I was denied because I was pregnant. This is the first place that I'm doing business that all of us carry our kids into the business, and it's normal. Normal,
Absolutely.
because this is a business for women, stay-at-home women that have nothing to do. Stay home as you're chasing the kids. You can, earn a couple dime here and there. So that's it. There are other sales businesses. You can't take your kid to the school. You can't bring your kid to the Zoom. You can't bring your kid to the live video. You're going to be sanctioned. But here, our kids come into our live videos and bother us. Yeah. So
I have
go
one.
ahead.
I have one moving around here,
Mhm.
disturbing. So that's our story. And when people say, "Does the molecule work?" I smile, because from there I started documenting the journey, talking about it. That's why I call my business accidental. I wasn't looking for a business initially, but when I got to understand what this molecule is, how it actually goes to the core of the immune system and helps the immune system to, begin to help itself, heal itself. I was like, wow, this is something people need to know about. This is something that is exciting. The reason most times why people don't understand it is because it's the future. It is not something, it's not a pill. It's not something that was mixed in a chemical lab. It is not a potion. It is not any of those things that you can pick up. This is for people who want to elongate their lives, want to reverse their health conditions, want to take themselves away from being dependent on pharmaceuticals. People like me that don't believe in pharmaceuticals anymore, because I understand that when a pharmaceutical helps you here, it is basically to get you hooked for something else. So her journey, our journey, opened my eyes to understanding pharmaceutical and functional medicine. So when people ask what is the molecule, does it work, I smile, because a lot of people who have used it, including myself, are like, we became advocates because of this, what this has done in our lives. Now she's this person that is running everywhere, screaming, talking, you know um she's in a normal school. She's doing amazing. That's because we were ready to give this a chance, understanding the fundamentals. So if for anybody who wants to do research, I would always say pick up that book. That is an independent book that was written by someone who studied the molecule, a doctor who studied the molecule, and decided to write on it. There's so many independent studies done by doctors from different parts of the world who have used this and it has basically used it especially for their kids. Now there's this doctor in the bigger, like, the team, you know, the whole company team. I think he's their first master distributor or something, and he was using it for the patients. Like, he's a pediatric doctor. He was using it for most of those kids, and he was seeing tremendous results with them. And my child is one of those children that basically has seen tremendous results. Now, because of that, I became a non-vaxxer. Now, this is me personally. So my baby girl, my last child, is unvaccinated for now. It's a choice I made. I haven't gone through what we went through, and secondly, haven't done so many research I did. So it's a personal choice that I made. But what I started doing from 6 months, understanding what the molecule is and how it ranks above vaccines, I started opening a capsule and pouring it into her milk from when she was 6 months old. And she is the smartest, healthiest, most amazing 2-year-old you can ever have. And that, I know, like, I've come to see that there are sometimes you need to get out of the box. So yeah, that's our story. That's how we were able to, overcome this. And we were still a functional medicine family. We still do a lot of juicing, a lot of detox. We still detox from time to time because everything we eat causes a problem in our system. So we still detox. We still do all of those things. And we are a molecule family. Like, I don't joke with it. So that's our story.
All right. So I have a question for you.
My house is crazy. I'll mute myself.
Okay. All right. In case I have a question, it doesn't actually matter if that noise is going on. We can't throw away our kids, so we can't throw them away. When they said home business, they meant home business. It's not office business stroke home. It's home. Okay, leave that noise so that people that have kids will know that they don't have to wait until they stop having kids before they can do something for themselves. Okay, so please unmute yourself.
So I've unmuted myself. You're going to be hearing the noise from the background.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you a bunch of things. Okay, first of all, there's something I want to also let our audience know. Okay, look at OJ right now. The age of her kid was one advantage. Secondly, she went organic. Organic means like she went way out into it. Like if you belong to autism groups, going organic is the first thing they tell us to do. And even if you're not doing any treatment, it's almost like you're wearing the back of your clothes when you enter an autism group and you're eating conventional food. Okay, so that is one of it. So OJ, can you quickly tell, mention the parts of the body, the particular medicines you took?
Okay, I learned from reading, studying, and from these moms that were talking, when I was researching on them, they said, focus on the brain. One, the brain barrier, and of course, there's always, how do I explain it? I want to explain it as easy as possible. There's a barrier between the reception and the processing. And basically, it is caused by, most times, heavy metals. Heavy metals can be from vaccines. It can be from toxins from drugs, residue from drugs. It can be from food, okay? It can be from the environment. Mostly, if you live in this part of the world, water is a big deal.
It can be from paint.
Yes.
Paints before 1979 contained lead.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
In Nigeria, nobody told us all that. Nobody whatsoever. In America, they talked about it. But then you throw away your house because some people just protect their homes. Okay. Yeah. I have somebody disturbing me here too that wants to
So
be part
water
of the
is a
video.
big deal for us in this part of the world. I know you want to pick our. Look at you. Well, water is a big deal for us in this part of the world. It's something that people don't talk about, but heavy metal, there's always a build-up of heavy metal in water. And, even from the food you eat, many things. So you need to work on the brain. I got to understand the essence of working on the immune system as well. So it's not about boosting, it's about, the modulation, because children with autism rank on the overactive immune system category. So once you are able to work on that overactive immune system, which is you working on their immune system to modulate it, then of course the guts, you want to work on the guts really well, because most times they don't digest food. Most times you see them, they poop, and you still see the residue from the food, and that's what causes their allergies. And sometimes they are reacting to some certain kinds of food, which causes a lot of constipation. So if it's not allergies, it's constipation for some. And of course you're going to have the smelly mouth and all of that. So work on the immune system. So these are the 3 areas that I got to understand, and I focused on it: the immune system, the brain, the guts. Okay. Focus heavily on it. And of course, food. I can't overemphasize food. Food is one of the biggest parts. So once you are able to read the body of all of the processed food, all of the hidden sugars from your labels, from the dyes from the churros, the kids snack, the dyes from the lollipops that they put in the freezer in your stores, and they make it look so fanciful and funky. Once you are able to get away from all of those things, and one of the things I got to understand is the FDA is not your friend. The FDA doesn't care about you. The FDA, most times, all of these dyes, if you understand the carcinogens in dyes, they actually cause more problems for these children. All of those dyes that they use in flavoring food flavors, that they use in putting in children's cherries to make it attractive so that these children want to have it. All of those things cause problems on the brain barrier. So they go to the brain barrier and cause serious issues on there. So once you understand how these little things that you see that are approved, and they tell you that it doesn't matter, once you understand how a 2 mg matters, how a small quantity of it actually affects the body and affects the brain, then you understand that there are a lot of things you just need to stay away from. And all of these things are in your stores. All of these things are approved. All of these things are, given a go by the FDA that is supposed to be protecting us. Okay? So consumerism is huge. It is a big deal. They put all of these things, and you don't even know what's causing the problem for your child, because that's what is advertised for you to feed your kids on. So that's our journey. Took all of those things out. Once the body is clean, you are feeding the body what it needs. Greens, lots of greens. So in place of juice, commercialized juice, what I started doing is I'll buy carrots, buy organic garlic, organic apples. I used to go to farmers markets. I'll buy all of those things, wash them, blend them, buy kale. So that became our juice. Okay. So when you juice kale, I add one apple inside of it just to sweeten it up. Okay. And this is a natural sweetener. So once I learned all of those things, and that's what we would take as our juice. And the body was clean, and we're eating more greens, more whole food. And 1 year after, they told us we're out of the spectrum. But I started seeing her progress. I started seeing the progress. She was sitting, she was using eye contact, she was coordinating. So it's a blessing. She's going to be 7 in April. And she has already started telling me about her birthday in April.
Yep, yep. You should get ready, man.
She's telling me
Yeah,
I want to be
sure.
a princess, so I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'll try my best.
How I wish we could, take questions. We can't see the comments from
Yes, we can
the.
see comments with StreamYard.
We could have taken. Hey, see me speaking American English. We could have taken a lot of questions today, but sorry, guys, Facebook will not do. Bringing in a guest. It's not working. I don't know why. If it's network or if it's Facebook, but it just wouldn't happen. So thank you so much, OJ. I so
Thank you,
much
Ma.
appreciate you. If you have any questions, if you wanna reach out to OJ, just let me know. Okay. Thank you very much again for coming and have a blessed day.
You
My
too.
love to the
Bye.
kids.
Bye.
Say bye-bye, Ure.
Bye.
Bye.